This is Chuck, and this is Chuck Sturgeon Music. Here on this channel, I feature my music, I feature how I make music, and for this particular video, I'm going to do an unboxing of something I just received. I ordered this from Sweetwater, and I did open it, I have to admit, initially, so we'll get to that. It is a StudioLive 16R digital mixer from Presonus. So let's see what's in the box here. So I already opened it. If you've ever ordered anything from Sweetwater, you know you get a nice little Happy Gear Day deal. And there's a Sweetwater sticker that usually is in here. I've already taken it off. But the reason I already opened it before this actual unboxing was because I wanted to get the candy that Sweetwater gives you. They always give you a little pack, and Sweetwater, if you're watching, there was no Tootsie Rolls in here. I want Tootsie Rolls, more Tootsie Rolls, less Laffy Taffy. How about that? No, you know what? Less of those green mint thingies. Ugh. But this is why I opened the box early. I wanted to get the candy out. So that comes in each box. Anything you order from Sweetwater, you get this and the candy. So 16R. Let's see. We've got a packet from Presonus. Comes with a Presonus sticker, which I probably already got a number of these, that's cool. Comes with this looks to be your registration. Yep, with your serial number here to register online for software downloads and setup tutorials. Presonus is really good about that, and we'll hang on to that. And we've got a read me first. Let's see if we can get that down. Read me first. And it looks like this is in every language imaginable. Important safety instructions. Oh, wow. These are really, really tiny words, and it is literally the same thing over and over in, oh shit, holy cow. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 26 different languages. Important safety instructions. Okay, consider that read. And finally, in the baggie, we've got the StudioLive Series III rack mixer. This is a rack mixer. This means rack mixer means it doesn't come with all the knobs and faders. You do all that via a application, the UC application, Universal Control application, which Presonus provides you. And then you can do this. You can move things around using your iPad, connect it to your your iMac, your MacBook Pro, whatever, and control it that way with your faders and everything are on the screen. So the reason I bought this is, number one, I needed additional inputs for my recording studio. I only have 8 Focusrite inputs right now. I use a Focusrite audio interface, and so I looked around and I looked at the other interfaces that Presonus has, because I've had Presonus before. I've had their 8 input one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I actually had 2 of those daisy chained together, so I had 16 inputs. But I got to looking around, and they had, again, they've got an upgrade, another 8 channel input there, and then I saw these and I thought, well, I could use this in the studio, and then I can also take it out for live gigs and record those live gigs. And I am a volunteer at a kids rock camp every summer, and so we record the kids when they do their showcase songs they play, and this will come in very handily when we record those per track. Last year when we recorded it, it all ended up in a stereo track, which wasn't very helpful when I tried to mix it and combine it with video. So this, you're able to separate the tracks if you use the Capture, I believe is the app that you can use, and you can capture everything live into each track, kick, snare, etc. Otherwise, this does have an SD card interface, which I'm going to get to here in a minute. SD card interface where you can record live down to a 2-track stereo, left-right stereo. So that's kind of cool. So this is the quick start guide, and it tells you what it comes with. It comes with power cord and a USB cable and all these instructions here. So let's put this aside real quick, and let's get into this thing. Now the rest of this I have not done anything to. I have not opened it, touched it, whatever. So let's move this box down there. First off, before I get to this guy, you've got your power cable. You got a USB cable. I don't remember the standard USB there, and then I don't remember what this is called, the square looking one. And then we've got the 16R here. Let's get this out of the way. I actually was looking at the 22R, but then I realized, you know, I already have 8 inputs here in the studio. And since I'm mainly going to be using it in the studio, I mean, I'm not going to go out and record live, not that much. But originally I was looking at the 22R and actually had it ordered. And then I changed my order. My sales rep at Sweetwater is really good about taking care of me, Andrew. And so switched it to 16R. So with these 16 inputs I'm going to show you, plus the 8, that gives me 24 here in the studio. And then 16 out live, wherever I want to record. And make sure I don't put this on the ground, because I have a dog running around. I don't want her chewing on stuff. All right, plastic off. Here we go. And you can see in the front, I'm going to have to zoom in probably, but there are 12 XLR/Neutrik inputs. You got a headphone input. You got a mute all button, and then you've got a volume knob here for the headphone, and then you got some lights, and this is the SD card slot right there. I'll zoom in on this, and so that's everything on the front. It is rack mountable, comes with these on here. They're not removable, just FYI, that I can tell. No, it don't look like, maybe you take that off, I don't know, but they are on there. And then on the back, you got your power button. Let's just put it right there. Power button, power cable slot. You've got 6 monitor outs. So if you want to send some mono stereo or 3 stereo outs to whatever, I have a headphone amp here myself that if I ever record guys here in the studio, I have headphones. And then there's your left and right outputs, XLR, and then there's a RCA inputs for CD component or whatever, and then your final 4 inputs here are your XLR Neutrik inputs. So you got 12 on the front, which is great for me because that gives me 14 accessible here in the front. But then on my Focusrite, I have 6 on the back that I bounce down, well, not bounce, but I have cables going to a patch bay, XLR patch bay. So I will take these 4 and move them and put them on the XLR patch bay as well, so I have access to them up front here. So that's pretty much it. This here that's covered, this is your USB. I don't know if I should remove this yet, but this is your USB ports right there, and your control port. Oh, sorry, this is audio networks for if you're going to do like a stage, you can do stuff from the stage, and everything comes through here. With Presonus, they've basically gotten rid of the snake of old days where they used to have to roll a snake across the floor or something like that, or ceiling this huge so you could send everything. Well, now it's just an Ethernet cable pretty much, and you can do all of that from there. This is covering the USB ports. Like I said, this one goes to your router. This one can go straight into your MacBook Pro or your Mac or whatever, your PC. And this says go to mypresonus.com and create or log into my Presonus user account, and then you can download the firmware, update the firmware. They recommend first thing you do, register your serial number, first register your serial number, and then that gives you access to all the firmware. And then you can download and install drivers or firmware, or it comes with quite a number of Presonus's plugins. All kinds of, if you're familiar with Presonus and their Fat Channel plugins, the EQ, compression, all of that. That is included in all this. I bought this at Sweetwater last month, April, and they were running a deal where you got a perpetual license for Presonus StudioOne 7. I am a subscribed member of their Studio One Pro membership, annual membership, so I get everything anyway. But you know, if I ever cancel that, I would at least have a full-blown Studio One 7 version for the rest of my life. So that's a $200 value that came with this. So that's my unboxing, and I want to. The next video will be me plugging it in and trying to get it to work. I've never used a digital mixer before like this, but I have used. I have connected my iPad to my Studio One sessions and done it that way. I've done some things like that. So we'll see. I plan to plug this into my MacBook Pro because that is what I will probably, when I'm not in the studio, it goes on my MacBook Pro, which I will take to gigs to record. When I'm in the studio, this USB cable will go right into the iMac that you see behind me, and then along with that in the Focusrite, I can access these in Studio One 7 or whatever the latest version of Studio One is on. I use Studio One for my DAW, my digital audio workstation. Okay? So thanks for watching, and hope this was informative, because when I was looking at buying these, I couldn't find a whole lot on the 16R as far as plugging it in and using it as a recording interface. I saw a lot of stuff with the 22R. I saw one unboxing of the 16R, so you know there's one of those out there. It's probably done better than this one. But I didn't see a whole lot of connecting this up and actually using it as a recording device. So that's what I will be doing next. Okay, so I'm Chuck. This is my music channel, Chuck Sturgeon Music. I thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, or don't, whatever. And take it easy. Peace.